Hi everyone, welcome to English for You. I'm Kat.
And I'm Laura.
And Laura, today is all about you. Do you know why?
Oh my God, is it like my birthday? No, my birthday's not coming soon.
Well, I don't know. It's actually about our signs.
Ooh, I love signs.
Star signs.
星座.
Yeah, so what is your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, today's all about Gemini. I'm Aquarius, but
okay.
we're not talking about Aquarius today.
No.
But they're both air signs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gemini's 双子 is also an air sign, 风象星座. Apparently, our signs are super compatible.
That's why we film all together.
And I'm super excited now that you mentioned that our article is all about Geminis, because I'm a Gemini and I'm going to find out the story behind this star sign.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I don't really know there's a story behind this.
There's a story behind every star sign, every constellation. You know, they have to come from somewhere. So let's learn about the story of Gemini and what Geminis are like. Okay. So let's get into the article.
Let's do that.
Reading.
Gemini, the twins in the sky. What's your sign? If you're someone who follows astrology, you likely know the answer to this question. There are 12 astrological signs, and each represents one of 12 constellations in the sky. Your date of birth is significant in deciding your sign. For example, if you were born between about May 21st and June 21st, your sign is Gemini, the twins. Stories about Gemini have been told for thousands of years. One heart-wrenching ancient Greek legend is that of the twin brothers Castor and Pollux. They had the same mother, but different fathers. Castor's father was human, but Pollux's father was Zeus, the king of the gods. The twins went on many adventures together, but on one journey, Castor was killed. Pollux was very sad and didn't want to be without his brother. He asked his father Zeus, who had been observing the twins from afar, if he could also die. However, because Pollux was the son of a god, he could not die. Zeus felt sorry for Pollux, so he put both brothers in the sky as stars. They are now together in the constellation of Gemini.
All right, our article starts out today with the most essential question. What's your sign? If you're someone who follows astrology, you likely know the answer to this question. And I think you do.
Yes.
Yeah. Astrology, that is the study of how the stars and where they are in the sky and the planets and how they move, they're supposed to influence the things that happen in your life and the way that you think and the way that you behave and the things that happen to you. So anytime that you look up your astrological or your astrology kind of, your prediction, your horoscope, isn't it? Yeah. You will find like your sign and what your sign can expect in the next certain time, maybe the next month, something
Sometimes
like that.
Sometimes they have like weekly forecasts for each star sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I just read them for fun. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so 我们大家是不是很喜欢问这个星座？哎，你什么星座啊？英文就是 What's your sign？
What's your sign？
当然你也可以用 star sign，OK， 或是 zodiac sign， 这都是有星座的意思。那刚刚只提到有个比较难的字 astrology， 这个名词就是占星术或是占星学。所以如果你跟 Laura 一样非常喜欢星座，一定要来学What's your sign? 这句话哦。Now, next we read in the article, there are 12 astrological signs.
Yeah, that's a hard word.
Each represents one of 12 constellations in the sky. Why do I get all the big words?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm going to say them too. Astrological.
Yes.
Constellation. So astrological is another form of astrology. Astrology is the noun and it ends with this L-O-G-Y, logy. You'll hear that at the end of a lot of things that talk about learning or studying something because it's Greek for study. So psychology, sociology, cardiology, archaeology, biology, they're all study of something, study of different things. And so when you take school in English, you'll see a lot of these subjects. And they represent the constellations. Laura's going to tell you about what constellation means in a second, but to represent means to be a sign. We said it's a star sign. This means to literally be a sign or symbol of something or somebody. So if the sign represents you, that means it shows something about you. Now, an example sentence for represent could be the two sides of yin and yang represent male and female qualities.
Yes, okay. So 12星座其实比较正式的说法是12 astrological sign. Astrological 刚刚有听懂吗？它是一个形容词，刚刚我们有学到 astrology 嘛，那这个是它的形容词，占星术的或是占星学的。而 represent 这个动词就是表示或是象征，像是我们想到鸽子，白鸽就是和平的象征嘛。The symbol of the dove represents peace in many cultures.
Yes, it does.
Okay, 那Okay, we represent has also a lot of other meanings like 代表. For example, I will be representing my school at the debate competition. Yeah, actually, I won several awards in a lot of debating competitions.
Really? I've seen that. You are very persuasive. I think you can tell people, you can make people think the way you think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, constellation. 刚刚有提到这个字有点难，然后它是一个名词，就是星座。所以整句的课文是说啊，有12个占星符号，那每个符号就代表天空的12星座之一哦。
Okay, so we're talking here about your star sign and it represents you. Your date of birth is significant in deciding your sign. So your date of birth means your birthday, basically. What date were you born? What's the number of your day? What about you?
The 3rd of June.
Oh, I'm 26th of January.
Oh, okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah. So it's significant if you want to know your sign. Let's learn what significant means right now. When something is significant, that means it's important or very important. It means that it's large enough to be noticed or to have an effect on something. When you're talking about doing research, if you say that something is significant, it means that this is a number that's big enough for us to notice it and to think about it and to draw some conclusions from it. So significant means that it's a big, important thing in deciding something or in knowing something. So, an example you could say, Sarah has many friends in Spain, and that's a significant reason for her to move there.
Significant 在本课有重要的意思，它是一个形容词。举例来说 ，The results of the study were significant and showed a clear relationship between diet and health. 没错，想要知道你的星座，当然就要从你的生日的日期就可以知道。So if you want to find out what your sign is, it has a lot to do with your birth date. The article continues. For example, if you were born between about May 21st and June 21st, your sign is Gemini, the twins.
That's right.
And mine is on the 3rd of June, okay? That makes me a Gemini.
You're like right in the middle there.
Yeah, so in case you guys are wondering my birthday is, now you know, so don't forget to send me a card.
Yeah, when it's the 3rd of June.
We mentioned this word twins, right?
Yeah, twins. And that's what Gemini means, and it's the symbol of that star sign. A twin is either one of two babies that are born at the same time to the same mom, or two things that form a pair. Now, twins are only two babies. If it's like 3 babies, it's triplets. If it's 4 babies, it's quadruplets, and so on and so on and so on. But twins have to be exactly 2. So if you are a twin, you probably have a brother or sister who was born at the same time as you, and maybe you argue about, I was born 3 minutes earlier, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, you have identical twins who look exactly alike. You have fraternal twins who don't look exactly alike. There's different kinds of twins. But that's what a twin is. Diana and Aaron are twins, but they don't look exactly like each other. That's an example of twins.
Yeah, okay, twin 大家有猜出来了吗？就是双胞胎之一哦，所以两只的话就是 twins。那3胞胎要用 triplets。 So yeah, like what you said, some twins don't look alike. But generally speaking, identical twins, they should look like each other a lot.
Yeah, and they often act like each other too.
Oh, okay. 所以同卵双胞胎就是 identical twins. Hey, did you know that in Japan, like the firstborn twin is actually the younger one?
What?
Did you know this?
Why is that?
It's like when I first heard about this, I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. 因为日本人的观念是兄弟先进入母体，所以他会比较晚出来。那另外一个说法还有就是弟弟妹妹可能要保护兄跟姐，所以他们就应该要先出来要保护哥哥或者是姐姐。I think there are like a lot of reasons behind this. One of them, I think it sounds really cute. It says the younger one is actually born first so they can protect the older one.
Oh, they're like the leader.
So cute.
That's very sweet.
Super cute.
I'll have to look that up later.
Yes, look that up.
Okay, so twins, and Gemini is a star sign of two twins, and they're actually a specific pair of twins, but they're we'll get to that story in a little bit. So stories about Gemini have been told for thousands of years.
No, I didn't know this. 有关双子座的故事已经流传了数千年，我都不知道欸。
Yeah, because, you know, there's the same kind of two star things in the sky, and they look very similar, so of course they're twins. One heart-wrenching ancient Greek legend is that of the twin brothers Castor and Pollux. Yeah, this is the star sign story that I've heard for Gemini. It's heart-wrenching. When you say something is heart-wrenching, to wrench means to pull, and like pull really hard. So it pulls on your heart, and it makes you feel like, oh, this is so sad. Oh my God.
Oh my God, wrench 我们都知道就是刚刚就是猛拉破或是猛扭哦，它是这个动词。Heart-wrenching 合起来的话，就是有令人心痛或是心碎。我觉得它很像中文说的很虐心哦，这样的 feel. Okay, so heart-wrenching is actually our language in focus. So let's check that out. 今天看到的 heart-wrenching， 大家有没有觉得好像有两个字哦？这个就是复合形容词，有一个名词再加 VING 或者是PP 哦。那英文常用关系子句来形容人事物，也常用动词或者是介系词片语来表达附带的状态或是特质。那为了避免附带的情况让句子好长哦，我们可以将以上三者转换成复合形容词来让这个整句更简洁。OK， 那我们来看一下课文哦，回到课文。One heart-wrenching ancient Greek legend is that of the twin brothers Castor and Pollux. 其实它是由什么转换过来的呢？我们如果来看它的主动的说法 One ancient Greek legend that wrenches your heart is that of the twin brothers Castor and Pollux. 这是它的原句哦。大家有没有觉得放在复合形容词会更加的短跟简洁有力？好，那我们来看一下还有什么其他的例子是名词然后接 VING 哦，有这种主动的意涵，像是 heartwarming 就是温馨感人的，或是 peace-loving 爱好和平的，还有我最喜欢用这个字 mouth-watering 某个东西好吃到让你口水直流。For example, night market food in Taiwan, such as stinky tofu, is very mouth-watering. 这就是由什么演变的呢？ Night market food in Taiwan, such as stinky tofu, makes my mouth water. 有没有觉得复合形容词会更加简洁有力呢？另外，刚刚是不是有提到，我们还有另外一种，就是名词加 PP。这个就是形容词中的动词有被动的意涵，像是 machine made 由机器做的，或是 sun dried. I love sun dried tomatoes and raisins.
All right, so we hear that it's a legend that is very heart-wrenching. It's very sad, but we need to know what the word legend is as well. So a legend, as you might guess, it's a story, but it's a certain kind of story. Usually it's a story from the past that it's believed by a lot of people, usually in the same culture, but it cannot be proved to be true. Usually it's like a myth. So it could be about gods. It could be about people you're not sure if they actually existed or if they existed at that time. And usually people tell it as part of an oral tradition, which means they tell it to each other just as a story by mouth. So there's lots of legends. There's legends in every culture of how the world began, how certain things were made, and how certain stars got in the sky. This is one of those. And another example, there is a legend about Maju saving her father from a river long ago. That's how she became the goddess.
Okay, legend 就是传说，它是一个名词。For example, according to legend, the fountain of youth can grant eternal life.
Yeah, but where is it?
Can I drink some?
You gotta find it first.
Okay, let's continue reading.
So, yeah, the ancient Greeks believed in many legends about gods and heroes. So we're talking about these two twins. They had the same mother, but different fathers. So they're actually twins, but in a weird way, like because usually twins have the same mother and father. But I guess, in this case, it's a legend. We can think about it more later. Castor's father was human, but Pollux's father was Zeus, the king of the gods. So this is a Greek myth because Zeus was king of the gods in Greek mythology, and he was the king of like lightning and that sort of stuff. And he had a lot of kids. With a lot of different women. Zeus was kind of a playboy. Yeah, so Pollux is one of his sons, and Castor is not his son, but comes from the same mother.
I didn't know that you could be twins this way.
I don't think humans can.
It's a Greek myth, guys.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's continue reading. In the article, it says the twins went on many adventures together, but on one journey, Castor was killed. Oh, that's the heart-wrenching part.
Yeah, because he had a human father, so of course he's a human person and humans can die. So they went on this journey together where he was killed. Now, journey is kind of like a trip, but it's sort of like a bigger word for a trip, a bigger feeling. It's an act of traveling from one place to another. And sometimes you use journey in a figurative way. Like when you talk about the journey from child to adult, it's like going on a trip that makes you grow, that lets you see new things, that gives you new experiences. That's the kind of feeling you get when you use the word journey. So for an example, you could say, Thomas is on a journey through Thailand. He is walking all the way from the north to the south. That's a long way.
All right, okay. I don't want to join you. Okay, journey 就是旅程，或者是有旅行、行程的意思，它是一个名词。那你们知道吗？《西游记》的英文它的翻译就是 Journey to the West. Monkey magic, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's that story.
Right.
Next we read, Pollux was very sad and didn't want to be without his brother. I could understand that.
Yeah, of course.
So he asked his father Zeus, who had been observing the twins from afar, if he could also die. Super heart-wrenching.
Yeah, he's like, my brother's gone. I don't want to be here anymore. Let me die, father. But Zeus has been all this time observing them from afar. So let's learn what observe means. To observe somebody, as you can tell by me doing this, means to watch them. Also sometimes to listen to them. And usually you can observe something over time. You watch it carefully because you're trying to learn something or you're trying to keep it safe. Things like that. So to observe is something that you do in like science experiments when you are trying to see what's going to happen, or you might observe a class when you are trying to see how things will go. So it's usually watching something, listening to something in order to learn about it. So for one example, you could say the teacher observed her students closely as they worked on their group projects. And then we have this phrase, from afar. That means from a great distance, from far away. Afar is a little bit of an old word, and we will usually only see it in writing, but it's very poetic sounding. So when you say you were watching from afar, it means you're watching from far away and you are observing from a good distance away. So our next sentence in the article, can Pollux actually die? Apparently not. However, because Pollux was the son of a god, he could not die.
Drama, drama, drama.
That would be very sad though if you couldn't die.
所以 Pollux 非常伤心哦，因为呢，他想说他本来想要就是说啊，我的 twin 已经死了，所以我也希望可以死。他跟他的父亲 Zeus 求助。 但是他不能 OK， 因为 Pollux 他是神的儿子，他不能死亡。Oh no!
What a sad thing.
He should just live happily for his brother.
I know, but maybe he can't. Maybe he feels like he can't. So the article says Zeus felt sorry for Pollux, so he put both brothers in the sky as stars. And that's where you get the constellation Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are now together in the constellation of Gemini. 所以现在呢，他们在双子座中永远相依相伴，他们当星星了。
That's right. And it looks, if you draw it, it's kind of like a little 9 here and a little 6 here.
Yeah. That's where the sign comes from. I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how the story of Gemini came to be. But that doesn't tell us much about people who are the star sign Gemini, right?
Are we going to find out that tomorrow?
We're going to. But that's the end of our article for today. So that means we're going to go to our For You chat.
For You chat.
All right, our chat question today. Are you interested in astrology? Why or why not?
Okay, I am interested in astrology because it's actually a great way to break the ice in Taiwan.
Oh, in the US too. Everybody asks you.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So it makes great small talks. In Taiwan, when you first meet somebody, you can make a great and long conversation by asking them, hey, 你是什么星座? What's your sign?
And that's not romantic or anything.
Ooh, it can be.
In the US, when you ask somebody what their sign is, it's like flirting.
Yeah. It is in Taiwan a little bit too.
Yeah.
And also I think studying astrology allows me to gain insights into my personality, relationships, and potential future development.
That's fair.
Okay, and so overall, astrology provides a unique perspective on the mysteries of the universe and offers a way to understand ourselves and the world around us.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you interested in astrology?
I'm not really interested in astrology.
Like superstitious.
No,
interested.
I'm not, I'm not going to take it super seriously, but I do like to look at it for fun. And I think you're right that it can give you kind of a perspective on yourself and on things that could or could not happen, how you will handle them, things like that. I think people shouldn't take fortune telling as this will happen. No, don't do that. Just think about like, okay, maybe this is something I need to look out for, and this is how I can act, and this is how I can think. And it lets you make smart decisions about your life.
Nice.
Yeah,
so what do you guys think?
Yeah.
You guys can have a chat about this question, but we're running out of time.
Yeah, exactly. So in day 2, we're going to talk more about people who are Geminis.
And Teacher Mike.
Yes, exactly. That's true. Teacher Mike is also a Gemini. I didn't think about that. So we'll learn about that in day 2, but until then, we'll see you later. Bye!
Vocabulary Review.
Represent. This rose represents my love for you. Please accept it as a gift from me. Significant. Joyce played a significant role in organizing the event, and it wouldn't have been successful without her. Twin. Wendy and Cindy are twins and look so similar that it's hard to tell them apart. Legend. The legend of King Arthur says he pulled a sword from a stone and became king. Journey. Jonathan went on a journey from Canada to Japan to try the different kinds of food there. Observe. After the baby is born, we'll keep him in the hospital for a few days to observe his condition.
智慧小补帖。
Astrology. Constellation. Wrench. Afar.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作。活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000。 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net